Hi everyone, welcome back. Let's dive into today's story. Emma's voice wavered as she held up another dress, scrutinizing herself in the bedroom mirror. Don't I deserve to look my best for such an important event? I glanced up from my laptop, where work emails consumed my attention. The dress, a sleek black number, fit her perfectly, showcasing her elegant figure. Emma, I began, trying to sound calm. It's just the annual company Christmas party. Nothing groundbreaking. She turned sharply, her hazel eyes flashing. This isn't just any party, Liam. All the top executives will be there, including Jacob. The mention of her boss made my stomach churn. Jacob Reynolds, the charismatic CEO of her finance firm, had featured prominently in too many of Emma's stories recently. It'll be warm inside the hotel, she said decisively, clasping the gold necklace I'd gifted her last year. This is important for my career, for our future. I shut my laptop and forced a smile. Fine. Let's make it an unforgettable evening. The Silverbrook Hotel greeted us with festive lights and soft jazz music. Christmas decorations adorned every corner, lending the space an air of opulence and cheer. Emma, radiant in her dress, drew admiring glances as we entered, her confidence lighting up the room. Emma, you look stunning, came a deep voice behind us. Jacob, immaculately dressed in a tailored suit, strode toward us, his smile polished but his gaze unsettling. He carried himself with an air of practiced charm, the kind that instantly commanded attention. Thank you, Jacob, Emma beamed, clearly flattered. You look great as always. Mind if I steal her for a quick chat about the new project? He asked, barely acknowledging me. Without waiting for a response, he led Emma away. I found a corner table, nursing a whiskey, my eyes locked on their animated conversation. Her laughter, the way she leaned in toward him, and the casual touches on his arm gnawed at me. It wasn't jealousy alone. It was the growing realization that Emma was drifting into a world I didn't belong to. She's up for a promotion, came a sly voice beside me. It was Lisa, the office gossip, her wine glass tilted just enough to suggest she'd had a few too many. Commercial director. Big deal. Good for her, I muttered, the words sour on my tongue. She's got the ambition for it. But Jacob, he's got his ways, Lisa added, her voice trailing into an insinuation that made my stomach tighten. Her words hung in the air, feeding the storm of doubt already brewing inside me. The evening dragged on, with Emma and Jacob's interactions growing increasingly intimate. She danced with him, leaned close to share private jokes, and seemed entirely absorbed in his orbit. By the time we drove home, silence filled the car. She fidgeted with her phone, while I gripped the wheel, anger bubbling beneath the surface. At home, Emma hesitated in the hallway, her keys dangling loosely in her hand. We need to talk, she finally said. Jacob suggested something, unconventional for my promotion. I stared at her, dread settling in. Unconventional how? Her cheeks flushed. He proposed that we spend an evening together, privately. It's just one night, Liam. It's not about us. It's about my career. I laughed bitterly, the sound cold and hollow. If it's just one evening, then by all means, go ahead. Dress nicely. Wouldn't want to disappoint him. My sarcasm went unnoticed as she murmured her thanks, mistaking my bitterness for support. The following day, as Emma prepared for her supposed meeting, she took longer than usual to get ready. Each brushstroke of makeup, each adjustment of her dress felt like a dagger twisting in my gut. I watched her in silence, my mind a whirlwind of conflicting emotions. Was she really capable of going through with this? Hours later, unable to suppress my turmoil, I drove to the hotel. Rain pelted the windshield, matching the chaos in my mind. I parked a distance away, my heart pounding with a mix of rage and desperation. Her car was unmistakable, parked in a secluded corner of the lot. My phone buzzed. It was a message from Emma. It's done. Coming home. Everything will be different now. The words twisted like a knife. Betrayal felt certain. Fueled by rage, I sabotaged her car's tire, ensuring a slow leak that would leave her stranded in the storm. Revenge seemed justified, even poetic. The rain grew heavier, each drop slamming against the windshield like tiny hammers. I stayed parked, staring at the hotel entrance, imagining her walking out with Jacob, their faces glowing with the aftermath of their meeting. Hours passed. Doubt began to creep in, though it couldn't quell the storm of emotions raging inside me. The call came just as I was about to leave. Emma had been in a severe accident. The man driving, Jacob, was dead. My stomach dropped. The satisfaction I'd imagined never came, only a suffocating wave of guilt. At the hospital, the truth emerged in fragments. Emma's tears revealed her guilt, not of betrayal, but of naive trust. Jacob had manipulated her, offering alcohol to relax before driving her home. Her voice broke as she recounted the events, each word cutting deeper into my chest. Guilt consumed me. My reckless act had escalated everything. Our marriage, already strained, was irreparably broken. In the sterile hospital room, Emma's frailty mirrored my internal collapse. I sat by her side, unable to meet her gaze, the weight of my actions suffocating. I knew this was the end, though neither of us could yet say it aloud. Months later, divorced and starting anew, I stumbled upon Emma in a crowded mall. Time had altered her. She leaned on a cane, her once vivid eyes dulled by pain. Her apology, raw and sincere, revealed she had never betrayed me. Her mistake was considering it. Mine was not believing in her. "I wanted your forgiveness," she said, her voice trembling, not knowing I was the one who needed to forgive. Her words lingered, heavy with truth, as she turned and walked away. Alone, I faced the haunting realization that my actions had destroyed more than just a relationship. I had ruined a life. And so, my silent penance began. Each day a reminder of the cost of pride and the weight of misunderstandings that could never be undone. Through the days and weeks that followed, memories of our time together flickered like faint shadows, reminding me of what had been lost forever. Each detail, each moment, was a thread in the tapestry of our unraveling lives, binding me to a past I could not escape. Even now, as I rebuild a semblance of a life, the ghost of that night remains with me. It whispers in the quiet moments, in the stillness of the night, reminding me of what I did and what I lost. It is a burden I carry, and one I know I will never lay down. Each breath, each step, is a testament to the fragility of trust and the devastating power of doubt. Yet, amid the endless echoes of regret, I find myself yearning for something else, redemption, however distant. It's a small hope, fragile and flickering, but enough to keep me moving forward in this self-made labyrinth of sorrow. On some nights, I replay the decisions that led me here, wondering if a single word or action could have altered the course of our lives. Was it inevitable, or was it simply my own failure to see clearly? These questions haunt me, unanswered, as I continue to seek a peace that might never come. If this story of resilience and redemption touched your heart, consider liking, sharing, and subscribing to Lost Love Mystery. Your support allows us to continue bringing you heartfelt tales like this one. Have a story of your own? We'd love to hear it. Share your journey with us. Stay tuned for more stories that remind us of the strength and beauty within every heart.